I hope you're enjoying the event so far. This is the first event we are doing next to the Staking Summit, obviously on Bitcoin staking, which is such a hot narrative now. We couldn't not have this event, like Andre just said, $100 billion TVL in Bitcoin staking by 2025. I think that's a great goal, but I think we can make it happen. And it's going to be very exciting to see how this shapes up. And in that sense, I just want to go a little bit off tangent and see, like, in terms of the high-level vision for Bitcoin staking, like, what's possible if this hype continues for Bitcoin staking. It has been shaping up over the last few months. If you look back, people would have called us crazy to even talk about Bitcoin staking. It's the same like with Ethereum moving to proof of stake like a few years back. No one believed it, and people called you crazy, basically. I think the future of Bitcoin staking is really starting to shape up, and yeah, we hope to make it happen and support it from Staking Awards as well. If we talk about the future of Bitcoin staking, I think we have to basically ask ourselves, like, why the fuck do we actually need Bitcoin staking? Why is this relevant, basically? If we want to paint a picture, we need to break down the different use cases, what it can be used for, and how it's actually useful, like why is it needed, really? And the three things that I see for Bitcoin staking: we want to secure the on-chain economy. That's the restaking vision that, like, Eigenlayer and Symbiotic, everyone is working towards as well. I think the second thing is Coin's plan B. It's the vision for Bitcoin to become a proof of stake network at some point. And then the last point that I want to just draw a picture as a quasi vision that I have for BTC and Ethereum, which have incredible network effects, basically, for them to merge. And we're going to talk about this in a little, but I want to go through it one by one, basically. So for the restaking vision, there's 4 levels in terms of adoption for Bitcoin staking. The first level is like BTC is a secondary collateral for the on-chain economy next to like ETH and maybe other big assets and community tokens. Second would be kind of the restaking BTC maximalism, that BTC is the biggest asset, and it basically gets all the restaked collateral and it basically replaces ETH and stablecoins and so on because it's just bigger to secure an on-chain economy. And then the phase 2, level 3 would be BTC to become the primary collateral for the Bitcoin blockchain, and level 4 would be BTC becoming the primary collateral for all blockchains, basically, also replacing ETH and any other L1s to become their security collateral. For the BTC restaking vision, I think we have to see like what's mainstream adoption for restaking, and I think mainstream adoption means basically every app on the internet becomes on-chain, becomes decentralized, and it has to be secured by something. And that something are like different collateral assets. So the level 1 is basically, it's achieved when BTC is being adopted next to other assets for restaked services. I think we are pretty close there already. We already have like quite a bit of TVL. The challenges that I see is obviously, we need trust from networks and services to accept BTC as collateral. We are not there yet. We just have a lot of supply currently. But we also need to somehow make the BTC accessible to other networks and services that can use it as security. So it's currently just on the BTC blockchain, but there's still a lot of trust assumptions, and there are no networks live yet that have BTC as a security collateral. And the other thing that I think is a big challenge is we need to make it super easy for any networks and services to decentralize as a service, to secure their app. Anything on the internet becomes decentralized, so it has to be super easy. It's still not super easy yet to decentralize and secure any app on the internet, but I think we will get there. But it's definitely one of the challenges. The second thing for BTC potentially replacing ETH and like other things as the primary collateral, I think we have to look at like what's the best collateral to secure our future. And I see BTC, ETH, and stablecoins to have the best chances there. But let's compare them on 2 different things. I think what's most important is the market value of the asset and the convenience to use it for networks and services. So obviously, I think the bigger the market value, the more attractive it is to use as a security collateral. Currently, BTC has the highest market value, but we're going to go into that a little bit. And then, it has to be very convenient. I think in terms of the convenience, obviously ETH is like the leader right now. So if we look at the list of different proof of stake chains, like currently live, Ethereum is the number 1, but there are like 100 different layer 1 chains that we have on Staking Awards, and ETH is definitely like the leader here, and a lot of the networks and services are built on Ethereum. So It's definitely the most convenient to use, like the biggest asset that's the most convenient to use, basically. But yeah, if we go a little bit further and compare it like to the other ones, BTC and stablecoins and community tokens, we always compare it on these two different things, basically convenient to use and market value. Market value, BTC is a clear leader. We don't know, maybe like other things can overtake BTC at some point, but on that perspective, BTC had the biggest chances of becoming the leading collateral for restaking. The only drawback that BTC has, yeah, it's not convenient to use for any networks and services. There's a lot of trust assumption, bridging it over to like where everything happens, mostly on Ethereum. And that's where Ethereum, like ETH, has the biggest advantage, obviously, because Ethereum is the biggest on-chain platform. Everything is built on there. A lot of innovation is happening there. But yeah, it's just a little bit of a smaller asset. Then let's say if we reach that, like if we can really close the gap and we can make BTC really convenient to use, which I think can happen over the next few years. We see a lot of development on it already with like trustless bridges and so on. So we would achieve the level 2 of Bitcoin staking adoption when BTC is crystallized more and more as superior collateral due to its market value and trust. The challenge is, yeah, it has to become readily accessible, it has to be very convenient to use, and it has to be like a one-click deployment for like any AWS's network services to use BTC as a collateral in an ultra trustless manner, basically. And then if we talk about the phase 2 of Bitcoin staking adoption, Bitcoin is about to become a proof of stake network. I mean, it's probably gonna like take a while, right? In terms of the philosophical mindset shift that we need to like work on for the Bitcoins. But I think we've done a lot of work already like in the last year, which is so impressive. It's incredible actually how the mindset shifted over the last year. But eventually like being a proof of stake network means you have security collateral and it's being accepted by validators to process, to validate transaction. And that's already happening with Babylon, right? So literally Bitcoin is already a proof of stake network once Babylon launches their timestamping protocol and it's being bridged to use for networks and services. Effectively, Bitcoin is already a proof of stake network, like a mixed proof of work, proof of stake network at that point when the timestamping from Babylon goes live. And I think that's really interesting to see it that way, that we are basically like very, very close to Bitcoin being a mixed proof of work, proof of stake chain. In that sense that, yeah, Babylon is just an extension to the proof of work blockchain. And yeah, I think that's why Babylon, everything what they did, I think is so exciting. The mainnet went live in August, and it really like was a defining historical moment, I think, for Bitcoin. It's still going under the radar, and it's going to be a long way over the next few years. And what's really exciting about it, I think, is that Babylon is basically Bitcoin's plan B. That means if like the transaction fees for miners go down at some point, there will be an existing live proof of stake network that's built on Bitcoin that is ready to replace proof of work in case that things get serious for Bitcoin. So it's amazing to have a plan B, I think, because if proof of work doesn't work out and if the supply curve for Bitcoin doesn't work out, we have a plan B, and it's Babylon. And it went live 22nd of August. And I think it's really exciting. Also, I know like there are others also who believe in that vision. Like we also do a talk at the Staking Summit in November this year for like Bitcoin's secret roadmap to become a proof of stake network in the next 10 years from Sunny Agrawal. It's going to be really great. And it's going to lead us into the next level of adoption. Level 3 of Bitcoin staking adoption is when BTC is a collateral that's securing the Bitcoin blockchain. Obviously, I think in order to have this philosophical mindset, there needs to be some evidence thread to proof of work security to emerge so that people really believe in, yeah, we have to change from proof of work to proof of stake. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, there are threads already. There's like white papers talking about these threads and so on, and I guess it's just good to have a plan B, and we'll see how this goes over the next few years. Level 4, this is like the crazy vision. Basically, it's the ultra maximalist BTC staking vision. BTC is securing all blockchains, all networks, all services, the entire on-chain economy. And that's what can happen, I think, if BTC continues to grow. It's the highest market value asset. And if we make it really convenient to use, then this is a vision that is possible. And yeah, for the challenges, BTC needs higher composability, it needs to be convenient to use, and so on. And basically, this leads us to a really interesting thought experiment. BTC and Ethereum merge. Obviously, like BTC is the biggest high-value asset in the world. And Ethereum is like the biggest computational platform in the world. They have incredible network effects. BTC has like, really, really strong network effects that no other asset in the world has. It's being adopted by like nation states, and it feels unstoppable for BTC to win. That doesn't mean necessarily that the Bitcoin blockchain has to win. On the other side, we see like Ethereum as a network has incredible network effects. And the network is like, it feels unstoppable because there's so much innovation happening on Ethereum. It doesn't have to mean that ETH, the asset, has to win. So if we find a way to make BTC the primary collateral for the Ethereum blockchain, that's a really compelling vision, I think, because it creates this unstoppable force. But yeah, we have to find a way for ETH holders, I guess, to be bought out. I guess everyone that holds ETH is not going to like it if ETH is just going to get replaced with BTC. But it can just be like an acquisition, basically, where BTC holders acquire ETH holders, and then they're going to, like, everyone that holds ETH gets equivalent amount of ETH BTC, for example. So it could actually work, and I think it would be great, because then you combine, like, the biggest platform with the biggest asset, and it's just going to be an incredible thing that can really lead to a brighter future that is fully on-chain. And, yeah, I'm quite excited about it, because, yeah, now we're moving for Bitcoin from an idle store of value to a productive store of value. And I think it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to build the strongest economic future that can really secure all our economy and everything. It's going to enable us to work together online in trustless manner. It's going to secure all our communication and value exchange. And I think that's needed in order to really thrive for the current state that we're in with like AI emerging, and we're going to different planets and so on. I think it's just really important. We have a strong backbone in that sense. So yeah, let's make BTC productive together. We are very excited for it at Stakemods. We're going to support. We are supporting Bitcoin staking for native Babylon staking already, and yeah, we're going to continue to support all like BTC staking options on our side, and we want to really help to make this a reality. We're very excited, and yeah, looking forward to the future of Bitcoin staking. Thank you.